Hello friends, this is Nirmal here. I welcome all of you to my channel. Today we'll be seeing a terrarium that I built recently from Carnivorous plants. It's built using a locally sourced fish bowl of a medium size. To be precise, I guess its capacity is 4 gallons of water, I guess. Here I've mainly used carnivorous plants as my signature plants to display in this system, and anything else that is green is just a complementary plant that I have chosen from around my house or from my collection, just to control the overall nitrogen built up in the system. The entire concept of growing plants in a globe is now quite popular because of BioOrb. It's a very popular product in the market, but a little bit costly. So I was really inspired and wanted one for myself, so I went for a DIY project, and this is what I ended up with. So hardscaping is done with inert stones and wooden pieces that I collected locally. Using wood in terrariums with carnivorous plants could be a little bit of a risky game because it decomposes and releases nitrogen into the substrate. To avoid such nitrogen buildup in the system, if you are keen on placing wooden pieces in the arrangement, also keep in mind to plant normal household plants that would also use up that extra nitrogen. In my case, I have used strawberry begonias, which is also called saxifragas, ferns, mosses, etc., that would use that extra nitrogen. So guys, now you guys are seeing a month old update from the previous clip we just played. The plants as well as the moss and everything has really adapted to this particular growing condition. Things are going really good. The best part about this update is that the ventrata in the back, the Nepenthes ventrata, has started producing pictures, which itself gives a very good effect, and this is what I was envisioning for a orb that contains carnivorous plants. I think now we can discuss in depth about the plants that I've used in this setup. Currently you guys are seeing a sapling of Sarracenia to the left side of the setup. It's a leucophylla sapling. It's a division, not a seed grown sapling. In the center there is a Pinguicula Aphrodite or Butterworth. As I said earlier, the Nepenthes is ventrata, which is quite common in the hobby. I chose very small basal shoots for this project so that I can keep the size to a bare minimum. Okay, in the front I have planted several sundews. It's Drosera tokiensis. There is a small bulbosa tillandsia in one of the wooden pieces that I have installed. It's a little bit tough to see. I'll try to put a marker around it. Now you guys are seeing a saxifraga or strawberry begonia. The problem with that plant is that it's a shade loving plant and its leaves have started to pale a bit because of the intense light. I guess the light is more for that plant. You can see poking leaves of the fern that I have installed in the background. Both of these plants are my regulators in the sense that I hope they control the nitrogen built up in this system. It's really important for such a setup where if the nitrogen could go too high, the roots for most of these carnivorous plants could easily burn. So I hope these two plants and several others that I have installed that loves nitrogen would use up all that extra nitrogen. Here there is a small cutting of an ampullaria, which is a red pitcher. I just checked my luck by just putting a small cutting inside it. I never thought it would take root, but for my luck it just did and started producing leaves. You can see, I think 1 2 3 4 leaves have come after just 1 month. I'm waiting for a picture on that plant. Okay, one important thing is the sphagnum heads that you are seeing right now. That's very tough in our place to grow because the temperature is very high for them. I usually don't get very good results with sphagnum, live sphagnum. It's working out in this one anyways, so happy in that case also. What else can we see? Most of the other green leaves you're seeing are locally sourced epiphytes and goodies from the nature I took. I don't really know the name of those things. I think it's a fern, I guess, and the other one is an epiphyte, but not sure. There's a Esseriana pinguicula in front of you. It's a small one, but it's coming up good. Okay, as part of the nitrogen control system, I have also kept a Rhaphidophora cutting inside this, which is going crazy, by the way. I never expected it to grow this good. I don't know if I can contain it in this setup, but overall it's contributing to that gently natural vibe which I really wanted. One other keen observation is that the light fixture that I have given is proving to be inadequate for sundews. Sundews are lagging a bit. It's not producing red color, or even the new leaves are also not as per required size or standard. But overall it's really greening up and it's really healthy. When it comes to the medium or substrate, I have used a combination of cocoa peat, which is mineral free, and white silica sand in a ratio that is 7:3. 7 parts cocoa peat and 3 parts silica sand. The base is having a pebble layer for collecting excess water from watering, and I have also left a small piece of PVC tube in the middle of the setup, which is concealed by one of those rocks, to collect extra water from the pebble layer so that I can maintain proper moisture in the system, and I don't have to worry about overwatering it, because if I ever overwater the system, I can just siphon out the water that I excessively added to the system. I also use this for flushing out some of the built up also occasionally, but not very often. So it's been more than 60 days or 2 months from the initial setup, and you guys can see how beautifully every plant has matured and grown into the system. The Ventrata is really doing well and contributing a lot to that carnivorous vibe of the setup. The moss, the sphagnum, the Rhaphidophora vine, everything except the sundews are doing great in the system. I hope they keep on the upward trajectory for the coming months. I'll be sure to update you guys. And also I have to talk about the small ampullaria picture, the red one in the front, you can see to the right side. I'm so happy that he took. That was a cutting actually, you can see it in the previous clips. Now he has produced a picture for the first time in just 2 months. I'm so happy with that result. So thanks for watching guys, it's been a long video. I hope you guys like my terrarium, and be sure to subscribe to my channel for such content, and I hope to see you guys soon. Until then, bye.